What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Before we get started, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss any future videos, and hit that like button below. Today we are going to be discussing a Facebook gaming streamer called Itsmillzy. Some of you may have been expecting this video for a while. The reason for that is that me and Millzy used to actually be friends. We had a fallout. Half the reason was due to the fact I found out he was using Aimbot as well as the Cronus Zen and possibly wall hacks, and we moved separate ways, and this video has been coming for a long time. We've got some footage I'd like you to take a look at today. We're going to go over a lot of details with it all and linking him potentially to Skycheats. Let's take a look. As I mentioned, you know, this guy used to be a friend of mine, and he actually went behind my back and done some stuff. I found out he was using cheats and hacks, and that's what actually moved me away from streaming, because it actually showed me how corrupt it was. And that's why I started paying attention to other streamers, started learning more about the hacking softwares and things like that, so that I could actually pay attention to them and start this video series. So hats off to this guy, because he's the one who forced me hand and made me start this series. And look where we are now. So we're going to get into it a little bit now. This message was between him and me on our private accounts on Facebook. And he was sending me pictures of all these items that he bought, right? I said, "Have you won the lottery?" He said, "I wish." Just had a bit of money in it. Mark's donations helped, paid for the Zen. In that, he's talking about a Cronus Zen, which is a cheating device actually for console. It can be used on PC as well. It causes anti-recoil, aim assist, drop shots, jump shots, all in between, and you can map it to every individual gun within any game. So you have maps for it for like Apex Legends, PUBG, Modern Warfare, Black Ops, you know, and so on. Like all games you can think of, there's cheats on that device for it. Now, that might not seem like much. He's only talking about a Zen. A lot of people don't see it as cheating. Personally, I think it's one of them. It gives you a little bit of an advantage. If you're using it to generate money or gain money in the sense of streaming and taking donations, you need to declare that you're using it so that your viewers know. Or if you are using it in tournaments, it's a big no-no, because obviously that gives you an advantage against other players who are in the tournaments. If you're using it just casually, playing the game, whatever, I don't feel like there's an issue there as such. But again, it's still a cheating device. It's made to give you an easier time in the game. If you come on up against someone who's using a standard controller, you're going to be better than them, because you've got the aim assist, you've got the anti-recoil, and so on. Let's move on to the next image. Obviously, I've blanked out the name of the person on it because this video is not about them. So I played the game with blank last night. We played really slow and got the dub because I literally knew where everyone was. Not playing on my account though. Telling me at this point that he's using wall hacks because he literally knew where everyone was. This is one of the most important screenshots that I received from him. Right, as you can see in this image, that's him at the winning circle. Right, so let's zoom in a little bit here so you can see properly. See this here, this circle? That's an aimbot field of view. That's what that is. So we know he's got an aimbot on at this point because of the image. He's laughing about it. He says, so done a bit of research. The one that I bought doesn't have wall hacks. The other does, with distance and all that shit. Same price too. Because after this, that he obviously went and bought the wall hack one, because that's the image we've just seen before, where he's talking about seeing and knowing where everyone is. Let's have a look at the next image. I messaged him and I said, "Did you know you've been reported for hacking 8 times and your suspicion against your account is medium?" He said, "Really? How'd you know that?" So I sent him an image of codstats.net, which actually showed the games where he's been reported, as well as his suspicion level. And he said, "I can't see it though." Not much of a conversation in it, but you know, he's been reported 8 times for hacking at this point. This was a moment we were actually talking about a streamer called Yusuf and how he's got like amazing aim with a sniper. We were talking about the suspicion of his shots as well at this point. And he's on about, "I'll look out my window with me aimbot and take his skull off." I said to him, "It's mad how you got the Cronus Zen and now you've broke your own personal best." And he said, "Yeah, I know." Again, admitting to having a Cronus Zen. We had people getting in touch with us about Itsmillzy. Now, obviously, he's someone who's been on my radar for a while anyway, due to messages back and forth. But they told me they could actually see his wall hacks in his glasses. So I decided to take a look. And I honestly couldn't tell. The quality of his video on his webcam is pretty poor, so you can't tell here. You know, there's moments here where you can see his full screen like there, but for me I can't see anything clear enough to say yes or no whether or not you can see anything there. You guys can see anything that you notice, let me know. If you want to message private, get in touch on Discord or join the server. You can drop a message in there, create a ticket. So we've had plenty of footage sent in. It's going to be quite a long video, but very informative and a lot of action in here. So keep your eyes peeled for a couple of things. This is one of the clips that makes me believe that he might actually be using wall hacks as well. This was sent in by somebody, no names mentioned, but it was sent in to me directly, and I've analysed it. I've taken a look at the minimap. I've realised he's actually spectating a teammate, so he has no use for the heartbeat sensor, and I have watched over and over at the moment where he calls someone out, and you cannot see the enemy anywhere. You cannot hear the enemy anywhere. I've analysed it fully. Let's take a look.
He can buy us both back. Fucking knew he went that way.
Say again.
So that was the moment he died, and now he's spectating his teammate.
Bounty on me, I'm running straight into the bounty, I think.
Top 10 as well. You got, if the bounty goes red, just run and play for top.
No one on the heartbeat then.
I'm just gonna try.
Still no one.
On your left.
On your left.
So Itsmillzy calls out on your left.
Wait a minute.
Watch it again. Back a little bit. This is the moment now that made me think, actually, yeah, you can watch over and over and over, look at the minimap, and also just look at the surroundings at this moment. Ready? I've paused it there, right? Because you cannot see anyone here, you cannot see anyone here, and look at the minimap. There is nobody on there, nobody whatsoever, and then...
On your left.
On your left.
On your left. Very suspicious, very suspicious. I would have known someone was on the left. I've listened as well. If you want to listen, go back, listen again. You cannot hear footsteps in any way, shape or form. So his teammate had the heartbeat sensor out and there was no one showing on it. There was no one on the UAV, no one on the minimap shooting. There was no one visually in front of them. And Millzy still managed to call out on your left. But we've been sent in some clips of his shooting as well, as people are assuming that he's using Aimbot. Now, analysing some of these clips, we've been sent in hundreds, right? I've found hundreds of my own as well, and I've gone through them all, and actually a lot of them just look really accurate. However, there are some that you will notice little glitches where it'll snap left or right or sort of relocate the aim, and that's, to me, shouts out Aimbot. So let's watch this clip now.
Target sighted.
Down.
Hey,
that one seemed fine because he was mounted, which you will find he does a lot.
Right there, he's getting the res right now, bro.
One just hit me good.
Getting the res
That just glitched from the right to the left.
Hit a little bit.
It's up to you guys to decide if you think that was suspicious or not. As we get further into this video, you'll understand a little bit more about these accusations.
One got out there.
Target sighted. To the right as well, towards the airport. Not sure where.
He's not mounting on anything.
And one. On the car.
Lasers him. Lasers.
Snipe on the hill.
Now he's seen that enemy there, but there's smoke there, and he manages to somehow not miss a bullet through the smoke. Didn't miss a single bullet through the smoke, almost as if he knew the guy's location. Lasered him. He's not mounting on anything at any point there, and he still managed to laser that guy.
They're pushing.
Hip fire up close. This is a moment where I believe that he is also showing that he's using wall hacks. Mainly because of his call out there. Somebody is gulagging on our right, I think. Let's go back a little bit. From here,
Mitchell,
we will listen again and watch.
One just gulagged on our right, I think. Behind this
Didn't see
building?
anybody in that clip
Unless it was the
gulagging
storm I
in.
might have seen.
Oh, mate.
Top of the hill, top of the hill. Yeah, there.
A lot of people have sent in potential wall hack clips. It's up to you guys to decide. Not 100% sure on the wall hacks. We know he's used aimbot because we've already seen him admitting to that.
On the right down.
Did you see the snap in that shot then? Let's watch it again.
On the right down.
Thought that was a little bit snappy. A bit snappy. This clip demonstrates, in my opinion, what aimbot looks like if you do not let go of your aim when locked onto someone. If you are locked onto a person, shooting at them, using aimbot, and then try and move away from that enemy without letting go of the aim down sight option, then it will flick back to that enemy you were already aiming at instead of the one you want to go to. This clip demonstrates where Itsmillzy goes from one enemy and goes to move to another enemy, but it flicks back, so he quickly releases his aim down sight and then starts aiming at the other enemy that he tries to turn to originally. Take a look at this clip.
Allied precision airstrike incoming. Beware.
Do you see that? Let's watch it again in slow motion as well, so that you can see properly what it looks like. He tries to move it now, and it goes back to the enemy, so he has to let go of his aim down sight option and get the aim back on the enemy's teammate. Very suspicious in my opinion.
Right in front of me. Oh, getting reported this.
I'm using an ammo box now, okay, boys.
10 remain. You're nearly done.
Let me drop.
My son. I've got 5 spectators.
Listen.
Definitely getting
Gas
reported.
is inbound.
So you've dropped ammo, but
And it was because of that shot that he thinks he's getting reported. Let's go back a little bit. Watch this shot now. How accurate this shot was, although it's only a gulagger and it's not very far in distance. The guy's moving in from right to left, you know, parachuting in, and he still manages to laser him. Watch.
Gulager right in front of me.
It's almost snapped onto him as well.
Oh, getting reported this.
I'm using an ammo box.
And then he says there, I'm getting reported.
10 remain.
He's already panicking. He knows that that was a very suspicious shot in himself. And he's got 5 people spectating, which he brings up now.
5 spectators. I'm definitely getting
Gas
reported.
is inbound.
Again, mentioning being reported. He'd have nothing to worry about if he wasn't hacking or cheating.
Nice.
Now, this moment here is quite suspicious in the sense of potential wall hacks again. So, he's running along. Look at the mini-map. Can't see anybody showing up. Now, pay attention to what happens.
I'm watching right.
There's a team in front of me. I'm just pushing for the kills here. Yeah, right in front of me.
You've got
And what?
gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Why at that moment did he decide to quickly snap right?
you're good.
Watch it again.
Nice.
Oh, so look right, look right, look right. Look top of the hill right.
I'm watching right.
That's quite a suspect call out as well. Telling him to look right, top of the hill right. Again, nobody is on the minimap showing up.
There's a team in front of me. I'm just pushing for the kills here. Yeah, right in front of me.
He even calls the team out before getting there. So he's made his way up to the bridge. He's like, there's a team in front of me. Again, we know there has been no one shown up on the minimap. Been no shots fired in his direction or any direction for that matter, and he calls them out. And then when he gets there, he's like, oh yeah, here they are right in front of me, almost as if it's a shock. Like he already knew they were there. He was heading towards them and then turns right quickly at that moment to shoot them. Lasers one. The other one manages to just get away, but carry on watching.
Elfian.
Now he pops his UAV. This moment, this kill snaps onto his head and then follows him for the whole duration. Now we all know with all sorts of different settings in Aimbot, you can miss bullets here and there. It doesn't always lock onto them, and people who are streaming and using cheats will make sure that their settings are not very suspicious. Although there will always be mistakes like this.
Down one.
Watch it again in slow motion. It locked right onto his head at that moment. Yeah. Very, very suspicious in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know below. This clip now shows him going up the ladder through the hatch onto the roof and just lasering somebody across another building, not missing a bullet. Yes, he's using a growl. The growl doesn't have the same effect it used to, but somehow at this moment seems to laser like when it was in its prime. Let's have a look.
Yeah, he's on the right side. Yeah, like marker. Down. Lean.
Yeah.
Enemy soldier incoming.
He's on your roof, on the
Laser
roof,
beam.
on the roof, I
Laser.
think.
Now watch this clip. This is the moment where his aim auto-corrects. You can see it. Saw it then. Aim slightly to the left of the enemy and auto-corrects itself, as you can see in the slow motion version as well. Once it auto-corrects, doesn't miss a bullet.
Nice Finn. I know it's glass.
What do you guys think of them shots? Suspicious? Yes? No?
Hey, I'm
Let me know in the
blind with
comments below.
Right, I fucking see
This
it.
is a funny moment, in my opinion. I'm going to go back a little bit. He says he's blind as a bat and then manages to spot someone through a window. And I've watched this clip 10, 15, 20 times, however many times. I cannot see an enemy in this building with his callouts. Listen.
Hey, I'm blind as a bat. Right, I fucking see him myself.
Ain't
Yeah,
gonna
bottom window, going up the stairs right now.
I didn't see anyone in the bottom window. And how did he know he was going up the stairs? This moment right here, this clip was sent in to me by 5 different people. 5 different people saw this moment and decided it was sus. Now I've watched it and I do think it's sus. However, there is an explanation for it. So you may see the enemy coming in now from the right to the left. He goes behind that wall and he follows him with the aim. Basically, he's following with the aim, which is quite easily done. But it's the way in which he goes back and forth with the aim and doesn't seem to be missing bullets. Watch it now. You can see even there, he's going from right to left. You see the enemy at the start going from right to left. He goes behind the wall and he carries on with that motion and then flicks back right a little bit before going left again, almost as if he's locked onto an enemy. What do you guys think? Let's watch it again. So from this point, watch the whole motion of his aim. If you were to be predicting the shots in the sense of just following in the direction the enemy was moving, you would just continue to move from right to left with your aim at the pace the enemy is going. But he flicks back right before going left again, and he's not missing bullets at this point. Watch. You see that? Just at the end, just before the enemy would have popped out, it goes right again and then continues to go left, and that to me is what screams sus. What do you guys think of that shot? Watch it back again if you don't know. Keep watching it until you can figure out a decision for yourselves. I honestly think that was very suspicious. I believe that he was locked onto the person behind the wall, and that's the only explanation as to why he would have gone right to left, back right, then left again. There was no... Because I'm telling you now, if you are tracking an enemy through a wall, talk about game knowledge, talk about rotation knowledge, just complete game awareness. If somebody is running at a specific pace behind that wall, your main goal would be to follow them. Like shooting at that wall, knowing you can wall bang through it. You would shoot at that wall at the same pace they were running, but you would continue in the motion they were going, which would have left Itsmillzy to overshoot it if that guy had moved back right. But instead, he's moved back right with his aim as well, still, as the guys, you know, and he's not missing a bullet. So we're going to take a little look through the Skycheats website and see what we can find out about them, okay? So this first thing, when you go onto their site, is the dash cheats, which are the ones that we suspect Itsmillzy of using. So we're going to go on the information. This is $13 a day, apparently. So this is the information, dash information, supports Windows 10, English menu, multiplayer Warzone, hardware ID lock, menu hotkey in-game, mandatory secure boot in BIOS, disabled, external. It's an external. Key features: player ESP, player distance, ESP distance, accurate aimbot, recoil compensator, smooth and field of view configurable, aim bone selector, aim key selector, 2D radar, visible check, aim at knocked. This is like a menu of what someone using these cheats will see. And this is what it looks like in game. These are what the cheats actually look like while they're being used. Obviously there's like a Skycheats watermark over there, so it's pretty hard to see. They put it right bang in the center, but this is showing you them cheats in use without actually showing them. See this here? Behind me is where the cheat menu must be. Showing you the field of view, it's showing you the player skeletons, player boxes and so on. It's got the menu as well and showing you what settings are on that image. You can see it's got aimbot, crosshairs, viz check and so on. There's so many settings on this, and this is all Skycheats. So many different settings. They have a Discord server. Let's see if we can get into it. We are operating private customer Discord server. Join our server to get a support as fast and share info with our other customers. PS, only customer group can access the server. So I'm not going to be able to access this server because I'm not a customer and I'm not willing to pay for it. Got 827 people online with 3,904 members in that server. Okay, so we know now the Skycheats have actually got a Discord server. There's actually a list there of recent visitors. Wow. If you guys want to take some time to look through that and try and see if you notice any names, feel free. Here we go. You can pause it and have a look through them names, see if you recognise anyone. We've actually managed to get somebody into the Skycheats Discord server, okay? Is any of the cheats you have available stream safe? Which game? Call of Duty Warzone. Dash can do, but depends on the PC. Some could record it using Shadowplay or OBS. Dev not possible at all? No, because it is internal. I also have a problem. When I use Dash, I'm changing settings and it crashes the game. You mean menu ones or display? Display you must not touch. Yeah, I changed the display on the game and it crashes. Do not. You can only play with Dash in borderless. If you change to full, the injection will be over. So I will have to re-inject. Yes, play with the game in borderless and do not change it. The game must start in borderless as well, not full screen. So as we've already discussed about Skycheats, if you have the graphic settings set to anything other than full screen borderless, they will not work. The injection will cancel. Now, there is a slight noise you can hear when the actual cheats inject. I say inject, let's call it load up. And it's like a ding, right? It's like similar to any window opening or whatever, software starting. You'll hear that noise. And we'll get to that point shortly because it's going to make a massive dent in what we're saying here about Itsmillzy. Anyway, full screen borderless is what you need to have it set to operate Skycheats. This might be the same for other cheats as well. But for Skycheats, we know for sure full screen borderless. Okay, so then if you actually change any settings in your graphic settings, once you have got the cheats injected, once you have got the game up and running, if you change any settings whatsoever, it will crash the game completely and therefore having to restart. Not only do you have to restart the game, you have to close all the cheats and re-inject them as well. Watch this. You can see him now making changes to his graphic settings and watch what happens. He's applied it and it has frozen.
The whole game's just crashed. Dev error. Fuck's sake.
Did you hear that noise then?
Where did you order it from, Dave?
Okay, so this isn't just a one-time thing. This isn't just it's happened once and I'm accusing, right? This happens numerous times, but this one's quite special in the sense of keeping an eye on the top left by where the minimap is. Could this be linked to the issues he's having, because you can tell already he is not concentrating fully on the game. It's almost like he's trying to fix an issue he's having. So let's watch this video now. You will see it happen again where, you know, he goes up here, he will rinse a full team, he stops paying attention, and then he dies and starts messing with his graphic settings again. And then a Discord message pops up in the top left-hand corner. And it's very suspicious in my opinion. I can't link this to any specific Discord server, by the way, but it's just the way in which he's having issues now, keeps disconnecting, and then you'll see. He's dead. He's died because he wasn't paying attention. Almost like he was sending a message, and then this. You said to fix it so it comes from the account of cache. This is someone called Benz, and it's hashtag bug-reporting development team. What would that be? Bug reporting development team. Is that linked to the issues he's having now where he keeps getting disconnected? It would make sense. But it might be something else. If someone else knows any difference about this guy and what server he's in, let me know. But this to me screams sus.
Right, we've got 3 of them. South.
And it's not the only time that happens either. He had quite a few messages coming through. But again, he might have forgot he was signed into Discord.
If you survive, you earn your freedom.
There you go again. Another one's popped up. That's an X. I think they spell fix, F-I-C in the first place. But still, bug reporting development team. So imagine he's injecting cheats into his game. He's having issues with it. He's not able to actually get kills whilst using them. So there's issues with the said cheats. And then what would you do? You would contact the devs and you would say, I'm having this issue, can you fix it? Where would you contact them? You would contact them in the bug report and development team section, wouldn't you? Yeah? Is it too much of a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is that a different server? Who knows? This is something I really want to point out now, because I think it might be linked to his cheats being an overlay. Look at the minimap. Look at like where it says latency, packet loss, FPS and things like that. Watch as it flickers. And I'm going to tie this into something further down the line, but just watch as it flickers. See it flickering? Yeah? Why is it doing that? Okay. There we have it again. Oh my god. That's in the bug report and development team section of whatever Discord server he's in again. So it's another message coming through. I think he's oblivious to the fact that these messages are coming through on his stream.
Oh, is this a new gun? It's not a new gun.
I said the wrong thing. Lol. That doesn't seem very professional, this message coming through. Let me be honest. Not professional whatsoever. However, it's just the fact that the section of the Discord server is called Bug Report and Development Team while he's having this many issues on his stream at that moment. Now, would it be related to any other games he plays? Would it be related to anything else? Is it too much of a coincidence, honestly, that he's having all these issues while he's live? Over the past couple of days, past week, there's been so many days where he's actually not been streaming as well. And they are all linked to days that Skycheats have actually been down. Just so you're aware of that. Every day, Skycheats has had issues or been updating or so on. Itsmillzy has streamed other games such as GTA, Among Us, and so on. Another moment where a message comes through on Discord, pops up on the top left hand side again. Keep an eye out. I did manage to pause it to catch it. Right. I don't know what this is, who it is. 5E-01 Civ 745 Marcus J. Don't know who that is. Again, it's in the same section, Bug Reporting Development Team. I think that's how he wanted it. Lol. We don't know again, is it related? He's still having issues at this point. As these messages are coming through, as the streams are going on during this time, he seems to be concentrating on another monitor, paying attention to something else on there, like he's trying to fix an issue. Why would he try and fix an issue related to something else while he's live having issues with Call of Duty at the moment? Do you get me? It makes no sense. So it's got to be linked. In my opinion, I think that these Discord messages are linked to the issues he's having on stream. Now, after that message, he actually decided to end his stream. He quickly ended his stream. He's decided to go live again and claims that he's using a different OBS software. Listen to this. We're going to turn this volume right up now because I want you to hear the sound. This is an injection sound. When you inject the software, somehow it will make a sound. Listen.
And did you stream us?
Yeah. And you can tell he's not paying attention. He's not concentrating. He's not replying to his teammate yet because he's doing something else.
Better?
Here comes the response.
Enemy dropping into the AR.
No, I had to switch platform, streaming softwares.
Enough practice. Time for the real.
Did he have to switch streaming softwares? Or was he just trying to sort out the issues with this Skycheats having problems because of his graphics settings? Actually, around this time where he's having all these issues, Skycheats were updating as well. We've got screenshot proof of the updates actually happening. We've got screenshot proof of them saying that the servers are down and to not try and inject it until they say otherwise. Now he's saying he's switched streaming platforms. That means he's switched from either OBS Studio to Streamlabs OBS or vice versa. However, I don't think that that's the difference or that's the problem. The problem is that he's got Skycheats injected and he keeps changing his graphics settings and it's having problems. But actually at this time where he's having all these issues, Skycheats were actually updating. So it actually said in their Discord server not to inject the cheats and to wait until they give a go-ahead to say that everything's up and running. And then they actually gave a go-ahead to say everything was up and running on this date as well and added an extra 3 hours onto everybody's time. Everyone had paid for a set amount of time with the cheat and they added an extra 3 hours on. We've got screenshot proof of that and take a look. Now again, we know we've seen him have issues already where he's tried to change the graphics settings and it's actually kicked him out of the game. Now he's kicked out of the game. You'd think he'd notice the pattern that every time he changes something in his graphics settings, it's kicking him out, it's freezing the game and so on. But he still manages to continue to do it. And again, every time you will notice that he is set to full screen borderless. Okay? If you have yours set to full screen borderless as well, let me know in the comments below. I've never known anybody to have that setting. Everybody who I know who plays on PC, also everyone who plays on PC and streams, has it to full screen, not full screen borderless. I find that very strange. Especially knowing that it's a must-have to run Skycheats. So he's changing his settings again. As you can see, what's going to happen?
Mate, what the fuck is wrong with this game?
But his initial reaction, if you notice, is to look to his other monitor. Almost like that's where the cheats are running. So he looks over to that monitor. But the main thing you got to listen to here is the sound. At this moment, again, he's on full screen borderless. He tries to change his settings in the graphics section on Modern Warfare Warzone, and it kicks him from the game. But you can tell now that he's actually switched from OBS Studio earlier to using Streamlabs OBS. Now, as far as I'm aware, these work a hell of a lot better on Streamlabs OBS, so maybe that's why he moved across to there. Maybe he's in the process of talking to people about it, finding out what to do, and that's why he ended his stream and moved from OBS Studio to Streamlabs OBS. I know he has both of these on his PC, and he used to use OBS Studio and then moved to Streamlabs as well. So he'll have both of them set up with his overlays, and you can tell he was having issues earlier with OBS Studio, moved to Streamlabs, and you can tell that by the next screen after this crashes. There you have it. Looking for a game to capture. That's a Streamlabs OBS screen when you have game capture on rather than like display capture. Now remember earlier when I mentioned about the map flickering where it said FPS, latency and things like that, and it was flickering, and how I was trying to link it to something. This is the thing that we're going to be linking it to now. Keep an eye out. You hear that sound again? That's like a program injecting. And then you see these orange dots here. Let's pause this. Right, bottom right hand corner, although this is showing up here, But you see these 3 orange dots in the bottom right hand corner now? Has anybody ever seen them on Streamlabs OBS before? Keep an eye out and watch what happens also. You see that window flicker then? Almost like a program's trying to run in the background. He's talking about an error, but there's actually no error because he's loaded into the game. All he has to do is click on that and then it's go time. There's no error whatsoever. So what's the error on? Is he having an error on his Skycheats? Is he having his error on whatever this orange dots are in the bottom right hand corner? Where's the error? Because he's actually loaded into the game now and he's talking about having an error. Let's keep watching.
You piece of shit.
He closed that. There was no error. He closed that.
What have you got in the game?
And you can see that the orange dots are still going. With the white window flickering.
All I'm having is fucking problems, 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 fucking problems. They need to
You're having problems, yeah?
They need to take the fucking zombie mode off the fucking game.
Nothing to do with that because I've seen you drop 40 bombs on that.
Fucking bullshit.
Maybe it's to do with the fact that Skycheats are having issues and they're updating
Get on it.
and you're trying to run the hacks at the time. Why are you looking over there? What's he looking at? What's he setting up? Keep an ear out. Right, so at that time, that went on for about 15 minutes. You can hear the injection noise. We've pointed out a few times now. Listen, he managed to go onto this game. Whatever them 3 dots are in the bottom right hand corner below his webcam are still there, and it's as if a program is running in the background that he's forgotten to close, and you will hear it close shortly. Listen. And as this noise happens, them dots disappear.
Did no one in hell you bought that hair, did you?
No.
There you have it. You heard that sound again, which will be instead of an inject, it will probably be an eject. So it means that the software is closed in the background on its own. He must have forgot it was still running. And you can see that he has a little look like, ooh, what was that? And then 3 orange dots have disappeared. Now, that noise happens when just before he loads the game up, when he's playing Modern Warfare. It happened while he was having issues with the game. Now, this is why I believe that it can't be linked specifically to the game. It's not the game having issues, because them 3 dots were still running while he's playing Among Us. And they disappear, and that noise happens again. I believe that that is the sound of Skycheats injecting and ejecting from his PC at that time. What do you guys think about that? Well, there you have it, guys. We've discussed Itsmillzy. We've shown him admitting to using Aimbot back in July 2020. We've shown him with some very suspicious shots, some very suspicious callouts, potential wall hacks, as well as linking him to Skycheats. In my opinion, I think it's all very suspicious. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. If you are new, subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, if you want to support the channel further, hit the blue join button today and join the Triple B fam. You will unlock a loyalty badge next to your name, custom emojis to use in the chat and the comments, as well as being entered into member-only giveaways. Not just that, we actually leak information about future videos in the VIP section in Discord, as well as the community section on YouTube. So don't forget to join the Discord, guys. And until next time, I will catch you on the flip side. Peace!